Hey guys, I'm Calin and this is Mental Health Mondays, a weekly video where you can find ways to maintain your mental health. So today we're going to be talking about toolkits, or emotional toolkits. So what is that? Well, let's start off by defining what an actual toolkit is. So an actual toolkit is generally a metal box or something that you carry around with you, right? And it has different tools that you can use in different situations or different challenges. So, you might have a wrench or a hammer or you can probably tell I'm not very mechanical, but a screwdriver, that's another one, measuring tape, there we go. Bottom line, these tools are tools that fit a specific purpose for a specific challenge. So just like that, just like a regular toolkit, an emotional toolkit is a box, not a physical box, but a mental box that you carry around with you that fit and meet the challenges that you might encounter so that you don't get overwhelmed. So what are some of these challenges? Well, we know that a lot of times we experience things like stress, anxiety, depression, maybe family dynamics, those can be complicated, or relationship drama. And what happens when we don't know how to deal with them, when these challenges come up and we feel overwhelmed by them? Well, a lot of times that can lead to us, maybe behaving in unhealthy ways, or us doing things that cause us to have these little breakdowns, right? And things that are unhealthy. What an emotional toolkit is so great for is that when these situations come up, we can sort through that toolkit and say, you know what? Oh, I'm experiencing a lot of anxiety today. Well, what helps with anxiety? What's helped with anxiety in the past? And we can sort through that, pull out that tool and do that practice to reduce our anxiety, to reduce our depression, or maybe to help in a specific family dynamic. So what are some things that we can put in our toolkit? Well, that's going to change for everyone. Not every single practice is going to work for every single person. So you need to find what works for you. For some people, that could be having a pet that you just spend some time with, like a dog or a cat. Maybe that situation for you is exercise. That's a great tool, right? To reduce depression, to reduce stress, anxiety, helps you feel better because it's releasing chemicals in your body. There are so many different things that you can use, and it all depends on what works personally for you. The main thing is to have this toolkit that you carry around with you so when you come across these challenges, you know exactly what to do and you're not caught off guard not knowing how to deal with it. How do we find these things? How do we find the things that we put in our toolkit? Well, a quick suggestion is, do a quick Google search. Just type in, daily practices that reduce anxiety, daily practices that reduce depression. Maybe some of those things you can find will really help you. Another thing is you can maybe talk to your friends and find out things that work for them. Talk to your family members and find out things. Talk to your teachers or pastors. I'm sure there's a lot of people that can talk about things that help for them. Maybe it's going for a walk, maybe it's exercising, maybe it's meditating. So many different things. Bottom line, just spend some time figuring out what works for you. Now, to clarify, a toolkit item is not something that distracts or just makes you run away from something. So a lot of times we jump into Netflix, we jump into Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Instagram, social media, and it goes on, and YouTube, and on and on and on. And we're always finding things that we just can distract ourselves. That's not a toolkit. That doesn't actually help. That just pushes it to the back of our mind, right? It's just gone for the moment, it's gonna come back. So as you're constructing this toolkit, actually spend the time figuring out what works for you. Things that don't make you run away from the problems, but things that actually help calm you down, that help bring you back to a healthy state. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put in the description some different toolkit items that maybe you can try that might work for you. And you can practice some of those. But the main important thing is that you actually construct this toolkit so that when these difficult circumstances come up, you're not left unprepared. All right, guys, I'm Calin and this was Mental Health Mondays, a weekly video where you can learn ways to maintain your mental health.